While I've been outside making gardens, Teresa's been inside making gardens in little plastic tubs. Mostly what I see are these big kettles hogging up my kitchen stove with boxes of soggy wood and foggy grain and all sorts of weird fungi and a big mess. But today, she's gonna tell us about her garden. We're going to talk about how she became interested in mushrooms, the different kinds, and then she'll give us a tour of her grow room.
You started with talking about why you are so interested in mushrooms.
So, I love mushrooms for lots of different reasons. I first got interested when I was learning about soil science.
Soil science?
Soil science.
Okay.
I feel like I always say that fast, so.
It sounded like flow science.
Oh, soils in the ground.
That's a different study.
So I was learning about soil science, and that's kind of when I started to learn about fungi and bacteria and how soil is actually alive and filled with different creatures in it. So I started doing more research on fungi, and that's when I came across a TED Talk from Paul Stamets, and he goes into how mushrooms can do a lot for the immune system and the immune system of our planet too. So like cleaning up oil spills, and it's being used in so many different ways, from food to medicine to it's just kind of becoming everything now.
So most of us think of mushrooms as those little white things that you buy in the grocery store.
Yeah.
What
and that's
are
what
those?
I used to think too. Those are button mushrooms, and I never liked mushrooms.
They have no taste.
They have no taste. I don't like them at all.
And they have no nutritional value.
It's just like...
But they're commercially easy to grow.
Yeah, and they're the most... That's what people think. And that's why I thought I didn't like mushrooms before. So
right.
Once I started to try other mushrooms, I was like, wow, there's so many other flavors and different things out there. Like lion's mane is one of my favorite. It's got like a meaty texture. There's so many different mushrooms that just really taste like, have the taste and texture of meat. So
we like meat.
Yeah, exactly. And they're so
we like our
flavors.
Mushrooms to taste like meat.
I do.
Naturally.
Yeah. So yeah, once you realize that, like I was just started eating mushrooms every day, mushroom teas, and I just kind of...
You did. I
got obsessed with it.
Yeah. So, you worked on a mushroom at the farmer's market.
Yeah, I used to work for Hazeldale Mushrooms in Fort Collins, and working their farmers markets, and they had a big facility growing all kinds of mushrooms.
Did you work in that facility? Like, did you see their grow operation? Or?
Yeah, I got to go back there sometimes. I mostly did the farmers markets, but it was really cool just to see how big they were and how you could do it on a big scale. So that was really cool.
So first there was a discovery that mushrooms aren't all button mushrooms.
Yeah, it's a lot more to it.
But is there an aspect of the mushroom industry that you're more interested in than others?
I definitely like learning about all kinds of aspects of it, but I'm really interested in cultivation, like just growing, and also the science behind it. Like, why do some mushrooms grow here? Why do some grow other places? I mean, there's so many different things to learn about mushrooms too. It's like a never ending thing. Like, anytime I think I have something figured out, it's like I realize like there's so much other things to learn about it too. So
but isn't there something about mushrooms in particular that catches your fancy?
That catches my fancy, eh? I mean, they're just so weird. I mean, look at this weird creature. I mean, it just grows like that.
And isn't that, there's so cool. Something about that particular mushroom that you like?
Well, I like it as just like, it's just kind of art, like natural art. Well,
yes, almost. It's beautiful. Take the lid off.
This is a small harvest, but...
Just get closer.
Cordyceps militaris, so I got attracted to it at first because it just looks so cool.
Okay.
I mean, but then I started to realize like there's a lot of research that shows it's good for lung health, immune system support, and so many different things. So that's kind of how I.
So there's a medicinal aspect that
Yeah.
you sort of got interested in.
Yeah.
So what's the difference between medicinal mushrooms or the medicinal benefits of a mushroom and psychedelic mushrooms? Because everybody thinks mushrooms, if they're not button mushrooms, they're
the other
psychedelic mushrooms.
Yeah. So medicinal mushrooms are usually like cordyceps, reishi, chaga. Those have a lot of immune system support. And psychedelic ones they're medicinal in their own kind of way,
But they're more psychologically healing.
Yeah, exactly.
So to speak.
Especially with like microdosing and taking smaller doses to treat like PTSD and that kind of stuff. And I feel like that's when I really started to get into mushrooms.
Yes, you really.
That changed my life when
Yeah.
I realized like it could help with mental health stuff and.
And why would you care about that?
Well, lots of reasons, but I feel like we really have a mental health problem in general. Just all
You
over
and
the
I
world.
both
Like,
have a mental health problem.
I mean, I feel
You
like
might
it's
as well just
everyone.
be personal.
Yeah, I feel like it's everywhere though. Like we really don't take mental health seriously. We don't like everyone should be able to afford therapy. Everyone should be going
Yes.
to therapy, and like we shame people who go to therapy. Like and
I'm surprised to hear that from a person who was forced to go to therapy and wouldn't.
Well, I was a
Now you want
teenager,
therapy?
okay?
Bitch!
It's different when you're forced to go, alright?
I know.
But I feel like psychedelic mushrooms are like a different kind of therapy, and they just allow you to see things from a new perspective.
Yeah, they
And,
open the lens
yeah.
a little wider.
When you're really depressed, you can only see
Yes.
one small part in your life, and that's all
And
you
it's
focus
black.
on. Yeah, but there's so much more. There's so much
Right.
more that we can't see when we're in that black, dark space. And mushrooms, like, widen you open to that. And like, hey, it's not all that. There's a lot.
There's more.
Yeah.
There is
It's
this
like-
horrible little
Yeah.
spot, but there's also this glory
Yeah. Exactly.
surrounding it.
And we forget about that.
And you
when
forget
we're
about that
depressed.
when you're depressed, yes.
But on mushrooms, everything is so beautiful. The grass is greener, the blues and the sky is like,
yeah, there's a
we
deep
don't
appreciation.
that's what we need. We need to
But
appreciate
you know,
the little things.
if you watch Woodstock and all that crap, people did all that psychedelic stuff. People think psychedelic tripping is like tripping.
Yeah, you don't have to go hard with it. You can take
Right.
small doses.
It can be a very mild. Suddenly, you begin to appreciate
Yeah.
things
Exactly.
that you took for granted before.
Yeah. And that's why I like microdosing, because it's not, you're still completely in control of your body. You're just noticing smaller details. And that's why...
You're not just in your head.
Yeah, exactly. And I think that's why a lot of, like, people in Silicon Valley and stuff are using it for creativity, and because I feel like it does just help you think differently.
Yeah.
So I feel like it's...
Think beyond your constricts.
Yeah,
constrictions.
exactly. We're stuck in these little boxes, and mushrooms allow you to see outside of that.
And I think the modern world has made the box thicker.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. And that's why we need mushrooms more than ever, really. So...
Legalize it!
yeah, legalize! Okay, so now I'm going to give you guys a little tour. So this is my clean room. This is called a fan filter unit. So this is taking the air and cleaning it out. There's all kinds of bacteria and dust just floating in the air, and I don't want that to get onto my agar plates. This is how I start my mushroom mycelium on agar, and it has to be super clean. You don't want any contamination or anything, so this room just cleans out everything. And
this is a regular, like a portable grow room.
yeah, this is just a grow room. I just wanted to keep my
It
clean
just keeps
space
it clean.
smaller.
Yeah.
So, yeah, so agar. So this is basically how I start my mushrooms. I put a little piece of the mushroom on this agar, which is just like a gelatin kind of base. It grows out on there, and then
We all did this in science class
yeah.
in high school.
Yeah, totally. So I'll show you the grain. I put this onto grain and then grain onto like a wood substrate. So
Okay.
depending on what I'm growing. So that's how it starts. I should have brought some grain out here. So this is the grow room. This is my favorite room. This is mostly cordyceps militaris over here. So I have to keep this at about 65 degrees Fahrenheit. Doesn't like to get
Look at these
too...
rows and rows
Yeah,
of it.
look at all that orange. So it can't get too hot.
The orange part is the cordyceps, right?
Yep. And I'll show you.
It looks like it always looks like a little
It looks like
moonscape.
Yeah, that's why I love it.
Or there's also places in
Look at
Utah. Whoa.
This is my biggest harvest so far.
Whoa. That's really fascinating. Now, how many ounces will you harvest from that?
Ooh, I don't know. It's hard to say. I feel like...
Because you dehydrate it.
Yeah. But I feel like once it's dried, maybe 8 ounces or something like that.
Okay.
I'm not sure. But that's one of the biggest harvests so far. Got another one up here.
And you experimented with all these different kinds of boxes and containers.
Yeah, I had a bunch of I really like the shoe boxes the best. I really like the stainless steel too.
Yeah. Cafeteria.
Yeah. It's
Thingies.
just cleaner and easier to keep clean. And then I got my lion's mane over here.
Ooh.
This is just like a super simple setup. Eventually I'm going to get this set up as my Martha, and it's going to be automatic, so it's going to pump humidity and airflow, and it's going to do it all by itself. But
Oh, but now you're manually doing it.
yeah, so I'm
Got
mainly
it.
doing it in just these basic little... So I just spray a mist a couple times a day, and they get enough airflow just from the holes there. So I'm probably going to harvest these maybe tomorrow.
They look good.
Yeah.
We have some in the refrigerator we haven't eaten
I
yet.
know. We need to cook some of those.
Cook it or Can you dehydrate
Yeah,
these?
I was thinking I might do that.
Yeah.
Make some tincture too.
You're getting with your mushrooms like I am with the eggs.
Yeah, it's just
Just
so
like
many of them.
too many right now.
So
So there's more down here.
yeah.
So these are growing. Are these stacked by age or just random?
They're just random, yeah. I'm trying to do a second flush of this one, so
Oh,
eventually it'll...
so you harvested these already. Huh. What's this mangy looking stuff over here?
So this is, a lot of that's reishi, and this is my first time growing reishi, so I don't
Oh.
really know what I'm doing. But, oh, whoa, I haven't looked at these. You can see it's starting to pin a little bit. Oh, cool. This is going to be fun. So this is going to just grow in the bag most of the time.
Oh, really?
It'll
Oh,
grow
that's
up
easier.
like halfway, and then I can, just depends on if I want conchs or antlers. So you can change it depending on how much CO2.
What's a conch and what's an antler?
So like a conch you'll want to open the bag and give it more air, and then an antler is just like straight up and down.
Oh, okay.
And you just leave more CO2 in there when you want to do that. So this one's reishi too.
And you choose that, the plant doesn't.
Yeah.
Oh, look at this back here.
Oh shoot! I got some. Oh, that's cinnamon caps.
Oh, okay.
Dang, I need to.
I like those.
I almost thought that one was dead.
Little cinnamon caps.
Yeah, I'll harvest those today too. Yeah, I need to.
Get some
Really?
work done.
I know. I got a lot to do, man.
Give us a thumbs up if you enjoyed the video. Leave a comment below. And if you're interested, you can follow Teresa on Instagram at herbal.visions. And subscribe to my channel to see what I've gotten myself into now.